Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is another story time. I think I'm now very open to talk about it. Before I wasn't, but going forward, I know of great things that God is going to do in my life, and I may not remember to talk about it that much. So let's talk about it now. How I was withdrawn from OAU. Yes, so I know a number of you cannot believe it or will not believe it, but it is the truth. So I will be talking about it today here. Thank you so much for coming here. Make sure you subscribe if you are yet to. Turn on the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will get notified. Now, aside from just telling you a story, I will be incorporating something else also, and that is doing makeup. Now, disclaimer. I am not a makeup artist. I do not claim to be very good at makeup. But they told me to get a makeup kit and that the more I practice, the more better I will become. So do not judge me. If you know a better way for doing something, you can always let me know in the comment section. This is just how I do my makeup, the way I believe that I can. Okay, if you've watched my previous video, you will see that I have gotten some kits from Ezekiel. Like I'm upping my makeup game this year, 2023, and that's a period. This, guys, is how my makeup. Oh, look, we are matching. My bag and my clothes are matching. Who would have thought? Anyway, I just got this like a month back. This is where I keep my makeup stuff. Anyway, to start my makeup, I always go with my small mirror. Like it's very, very important because as much as I love big mirrors, it just doesn't work for me when I'm doing makeup. I love to look at both, but my small mirror is really important. David's eye pencil, but this is three, so I've gotten it right. My sister has told me right, and I'm getting it right. I've gotten it right. I've gotten it right for years now. So how in the world did I get withdrawn from OAU? Anyway, 2011, I was granted admission into Obafemi Awolowo University to study industrial chemistry. Now, my dad, for a very long time, wanted me, of course, my brush. My dad wanted me to study medicine. You know, me, I will be the doctor, medical doctor, my brother, an engineer, my sister, a lawyer. So I think typical African parents or typical Nigerian parents already know what their children should become. Okay? The narrative is changing a bit though, but that's how it used to be. The average time I spend for my makeup is at least 20 minutes. So let's see if I can do less. As if I'm a magician. Do not laugh at me. Thank you so much for this wonderful support that you all are giving me. My dad wasn't so happy about it. Why? Because he wanted medicine. Anyway, I had failed medicine in the jam, whatever. So it was medicine I was supposed to go for. But OAU decided that medicine is not it. And they gave me industrial chemistry. Industrial chemistry then was 4 years, but now I believe it is now 5 years, right? Or yeah, industrial chemistry. Correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who still study there, but I know that it is now 5 years, or no, pure chemistry is now 5 years. Industrial chemistry was made 4 years and 6 months, so 6 months you're supposed to do IT. Maybe they've made it 5 years now, I don't know. But when I was admitted then in 2011, it was 4 years. Okay, both pure and industrial. Okay, so I like starting with my left brow for whatever reasons, I don't know. I like starting here. So my dad was like, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. You can always do well for your first year, then you cross over to medicine. As if say that so easy. Then I was, a very, very daddy's girl. Like whatever my dad say, that's the law. Like I just had to, accept it. More like because I did not really know what exactly I wanted to do anyway. So Papa Tope talk, we do. And as a good girl and a good daughter that I was, I did it anyway, you know. So that was how I went in for chemistry. I mean, and the journey started. Chem 101, Chem 102, MTH 101, MTH 102, PHY 101, PHY 102, and might I add, physics fucked me up in WIC. I got F9 in physics. Was that supposed to tell me something? It was supposed to, but I didn't. Maybe it told me, but I did not listen. Or maybe I was just too scared to tell my dad that about of where I don't want to do science. But I was so pumped up because almost all my friends were, I mean, all my friends, not almost all my friends were in the chemistry, were in the science line. So what would be stopping me? I mean, I'm doing well, supposedly, secondary school. How hard can university be?
Will drop. It's the mind-boggling.
I laugh in Spanish. Okay, it seems my browse is going well. It's looking to be going well from where I am seated, rather. It looks to be going well. So I think I'm kind of liking the story. So let's continue. It doesn't happen every time. There are days that my brows are always terrible. I kept struggling, but because I wanted to do I got this. I got this. I'm a good daughter. I can do this. I didn't talk about it. I didn't mention my struggle to my parents because I've never had to mention academic struggles to my parents right from forever, right from when I know, or rather, I knew that I was very open to talk. I've never had to complain about academics. So I wasn't about to get started now. So I thought I could use my knowledge, to hack it. But my dear, there was no hacking in OAU. There was definitely no hacking with chemistry, rather physics and mathematics. I was doing very well in chemistry. Funny enough, I was doing quite well. You see MTH and physics. Once you meet Backstart, let me not even talk about all the times that I will run to Oduduwa SSLT, ODLT. I'll run to either ODLT 1 or ODLT 2 for math, and then we'll go to 1000 seaters for physics. Then 1000 seaters was still very fine. Not, let me not continue, let me not say further. The seats were still intact. I don't know now if it has been repaired, but the last I knew of it, most of it had turned to something else. But it was, of course, it was just new then. So, and then imagine the rush. Sometimes people, do you know then you used to sit on the floor sometimes if you don't go there on time. And for someone like me who does not see from afar, so you can imagine, it's a terrible time. It was a terrible time. Then I made new friends, and a number of them were really, really good with physics and all of that. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask them to teach me. I mean, learn from people, right? So that was what I thought I was going to do. And of course, I did that. I did have a friend, Fisayo. Yeah. Anytime you watch this, thank you. She did help me. She tried to explain to me, but it was as if my head was not even collecting it. Like it was as if I became dumb. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, even if this was this bad in secondary school, at least I was still getting the bits of it. This one, I was not even understanding anything. Like in universities, as if they are coming to tell us stories inside physics class. Like the lecturer will just be teaching, and I'm not even understanding. Like I'm just sitting like my mirror is intact. Thank God. So like I'm just sitting like this and writing notes inside physics class. Meanwhile, some persons are solving questions in the class, and I'm like, how? Where on earth is it? Oh God. I saw for that. At a point in time, I got tired of attending classes because it felt like I was going to classes, I wasn't understanding anything, I wasn't seeing anything. So why am I going to class? So I stopped going to class. I think, well, I would say that was the beginning of my woes, but I just got fed up. Like, what is the need? I will rough it. I will be solving questions. I will get past questions, and I will solve it. Somebody that has gone to class and cannot understand what the lecturer is saying, and you think that staying back would help you be able to solve problems. Please tell me you're joking without telling me you're joking. I want to, what do you call this thing? This thing that you not put, concealer. I want to conceal. So this is my concealer, and this is what I use. I was told that this is not the right brush to use, but the one they said I should use, I don't really understand how it is. So this is what I use anyway. If it's wrong, please let me know in the comment section. Thanks. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. So this concealer part, I still struggle with it sometimes. There are days I go like this. I do not bother. Like I just go like this because I feel like, whoa, let's no more do number. In a bit of storytelling, of course, I'm going to do that. So I put a bit of it like they said in my arm or something, yeah, like that. Done with first semester, and it was a struggle all through. Now there were electives, of course, electives that you have to take for each semester, and these electives were 2 unit courses, 2 unit courses, and I was doing excellently well for these electives. For 2 unit courses, I was getting A's and B's. However, for my main courses that were 5 units, because MCH, math was 5 units course, physics was 4 units, and chemistry was 4 units. I was struggling. I was getting D's, E's. I wasn't even getting a C. That was how bad it was. So imagine someone who was doing really, really well, getting second positions, getting first, third, and then coming to the university, and university is fucking you up. It was a lot, trust me. So I was doing well in courses that didn't really matter to my GP, and the ones that mattered, I was winging them. What was it? I was terrible at them. So that was for first semester. Fast forward to second semester, and OAU had a rule that if at the end of a session you do not have up to one GP, 1.0 GP, you will be sent out of the university. The reality just dawned on me that ọmọ wọ́n mà lè lé mi jáde kúrò ní school yìí gan. Ọlọ́run mà ṣàánú o. So I think it was around that time I opened up to my dad finally. Or I think I was already in even the second semester. Yes. I was just about to enter second semester. I eventually opened up to my dad that about kìíní yìí ò ṣiṣẹ́ o, it didn't work o. Typical of all African parents. My dad was like, why did you not tell me? Why did you not mention this since? You should have done something, you would have done something about it. You should have done kinikan. Now the reason why I even opened up to him was because my dad was still saying that, hope you're doing well. Remember that you're going to be moving to medicine at the end of second semester. So my Papa was still expecting me to become the doctor. So it was more like, oh no, my dear. Okay, what do you guys think? Let's continue first because I'm not. Let's just continue. So typical of my dad. I think is a strength of ease. I would say is a weakness. So my dad started calling everybody that he knew, lecturers in OAU, professors, those in health sciences, those not even in health sciences. I don't even know how he got all these contacts, but my dad has always been big on contacts anyway. Yeah, so he started calling them. We went to some of their houses. Some of them were staying in this barracking side. We went to some of their houses. We were like, Kilode to duro, kinikan. They start speaking Yoruba. Me da Yoruba melo mo. I was just like, Abi. At that point, you cannot really answer anything because you are fucked up in their eyes. Like, what a mess up gun. So you can't really, there's nothing you want to even say to defend yourself. So, Asha Dake náà ni. After all said and done, they said, okay, you know what, maybe you should just try and start thinking of a department that you can move to. At this point, just take it that you cannot even move to medicine. As if me, I was even looking of thinking of medicine. But medicine, you know. So, I don't know, this place is looking fine than this place. So what do you guys think? I don't know, but we move. So that was how I started asking people, those people who were already in social sciences or in the arts. I was asking them, like, what are the things required to do, like to move, to cross over? Because I understand that and I know that a science student can actually cross to any department in the social sciences or arts faculty. So to me, I felt I had an advantage, regardless of my crawling GP. I thought I had an advantage that, you know what, I'll be able to cross. I mean, I'm coming from chemistry, Babala White House, same wine, and you know. So that was what I thought. I, I first of all went to music department. Music was there, that we know. They say my GP is too low. After that, I went to dramatic arts because I know how to act. So I went to dramatic arts. Dramatic arts said that they would see how my GPA is. At the end of the days, my GPA that would determine all of that. And then they were saying that since I was not really an art student, like I don't have, I did not do literature. They were just mentioning some things. Sha. I think the browser okay, I beg. I don't try my foundation. Yep, I was trying to put in as much energy as I could, so that everything might work. So normally I use this, but so I'll put it in water, make it wet, and then I would use it on my face. But after I got this, they said I can use this. They said I should be using this. So this is what I'm using. I even went to some social sciences, but I wasn't putting much attention to social sciences. Like I just wanted to cross to the arts. I mean, music. I love to sing, right? My uncle was telling me that music is not as simple as you think. The fact that you know how to sing is a different ball game entirely as a department. But did I hear what? No, I wanted to go to music. But none of them were even answering me at that time. I went to public admin, like I went to interrail, international relations. Like I was just like, let me just get out of this science. Like, oh, this school me, I'm tired, right? My dad, on the other hand, still believed that there's still hope. Sorry, Baba, I'm not laughing at you. My dad believed that. What am I doing? My dad believed there was still hope. So while I was running around to see how I can to leave science completely, the faculty completely, my dad was running to see how I would still be able to manage being in the sciences and still become a medical doctor as he has dreamed and prophesied. Oh my God. So, so we are running the same race but towards different ends, right? So at the end of the day, now this was already second semester, mind you. I started second semester. No, like it was still the same thing. I was still struggling, still struggling. Now I was going for tutorials, like any classes they mention like this, I will go for it, no matter the time. And of course, I was staying inside. I was staying in Mos S10. I remember my room. I was staying in Mozambique S10. So I will go for tutorials, I will go for private classes, I will go for, like I was going for literally everything. I was doing well with the what's it called? the laboratory, whatever, all the things, the experiment, whatever we did in the laboratory, I was doing very well there. I was having good grades there. But those ones were not really reflecting on my GPA, so we were still down to still struggling. Anyway, that was how the whole thing continued until, yeah, I was withdrawn because my GPA was not. How much was the GPA? I think I will look at it. I can't really remember what it was, but it wasn't up to 1.0 GPA at the end of it. So I was withdrawn from Obafemi Awolowo University.